jeans on the front seat and a floorboard full of trash. A fender's bent from a whiskey dent, tailgate's hanging down. But that ain't the wheels you're gonna see when the weekend rolls around. I got a brand new F-250 on Cooper 35 with a monster lift from a pro ride kit. I'm a riding way up high. I got 1,000 watts of them kickers cranked up cause I can. I'm a work hard, play hard, park 'em in the front yard, die hard, two-truck man. Well, here comes Monday morning.
Ray looked at me and he said, well, this is what we need to touch on. How did you meet Mike? I don't know. How did this song idea come about? Could not tell you. I'm at a loss. So I'm going to turn it over to Mike and go, how did we meet?
We met right here.
Oh, we did?
Row, yeah.
That's right. Okay.
And we were...
Was I drinking?
No,
Nah.
no, never. I've never seen you drink yet. No, I was working with Steve Williams in that fantasy songwriters camp.
Yeah.
And I had written a song called Make It and Make It.
Yes.
You were working with the other group, and you came over and said, I'd like the hook in that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
And I said, well, I just wrote one better. And you said, well, when this is over tomorrow, come up by my house.
And you did.
I almost didn't, because you guys are so good, and I fell out of my league, but stopped by, and it was kind of magic.
Yeah, it's a, I do remember that now that you mentioned it. Took a second. You know what's crazy is we're right here cutting Two Truck Man, which is a tune you and I wrote that it was like second or third down the list when we were coming through Iowa. He's from Iowa, and we stopped over at you and Kim's place, and it was like what, 3 down the list of what ideas we were going to write.
Yeah.
And I just, for whatever reason, we're sitting there at the kitchen table and Two Truck Man just kind of stuck out to me like.
Well, I got a brand new F-250 on Cooper 35.
A whole lot of you people in America that have 2 trucks.
They got the dirty one that goes to work.
Right.
And then they got the fancy one that's
Yeah.
they take to the beach and take to the lake and go camping with and have fun.
Pick up chicks. Or,
Play hard, park 'em in the front yard, die hard, two-truck man. I'm a work hard, play hard, park 'em in the front yard, die hard, two-truck man.
so people love their trucks, and they show them.
Right.
Americans are proud of their vehicles, and especially the trucks. So can you show them a little 2-truck man there? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we got something going on here.
There you go.
2-truck man. We think that I think there's a lot of folks out there that either have those 2 trucks, as you said, or they identify with.
Well, they can absolutely identify. Yeah, let's not make no mistake though. The one thing I want to make crystal clear here is this song is not just really 2-truck man. It's 2-truck women too. We just couldn't fit that into like Willie. Willie Nelson could have fit 2-truck women.
I was right behind one today and said, real trucks don't have spark plugs, and said, this is not my husband's truck. So there are some 2-truck women out there.
Well, that's what you got to get.
It.
That's what you got to understand. Women love trucks as much as men do, and there's tons of them out there. And so I don't want to get women to think we're slighting them, but it's pretty cool, man. I'm glad we're back here where we met, where it all started, and here we are still writing songs and still moving along. So look forward to how many more?
Well,
100 more.
Sometimes you just find somebody that you have a commingling of the minds, synergism that is kind of like magic, like it's been there for a long, long time. And
is that a word, synergism?
Yeah, it's a fancy word.
Okay.
For
Well, you're like fancier than me, so I don't know if synergism's a word.
Hey, okay. It's just that meshing the minds, like you've done it for a long
Now
time.
I understand that.
Okay, meshing the minds.
Meshing of the mind.
It was kind of like, I'll come up with a pretty raw idea, and all of a sudden, it's like Keith's reading my mind of what I'm hearing the song, because I don't have the talent to bring that out that Keith does. But it's kind of weird how you have that.
Well, the bottom line to writing is there's got to be an idea. The idea has to be there first. No great song was ever written that didn't start out as a fantastic idea, and that's the bottom line. So when people throw ideas at me, I'm like, okay, now let's sit down and let's roll up our sleeves and put on a pot of coffee or whatever, or whatever.
I think Two Truck Man have different fuel than coffee.
Two trucks have different fuel than coffee, but there are stains on the front seat.
There are stains.
I think you roll up your sleeves and you craft it, and I think that's where people kind of, as songwriters, I think people that learn to write songs, I think it's all about, you got to learn to roll up your sleeves. Like Ray says here, we wrote the other day, you got to roll up your sleeves, you got to be patient, and you can't force the song. You got to wait and let it come on to you. And like I said, this was, 3 songs down?
3 songs down, and it's funny because we started off kind of talking about it, and then I saw you kick in, and like you said, I know when to just let you kind of go, and then I can, and then when I know when to jump in. I know
exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's what collaboration is about.
Well, it's a pleasure, and thank God that I've got friends and people, all the way from this particular thing. This session was fantastic. We're not done with it yet, but it's a pleasure to meet you, a pleasure to hang out, pleasure to write songs with you, and a pleasure to know you. Dude, you're a good man. And Kim you over-married.
Yeah, well.
There's our next one. We all over-married.
Yeah, well, music.